Yeomni-dong in central Seoul was known for its rundown streets and high crime rates, and it was an area that people used to avoid. But then, in 2012, an initiative was launched to change all of that. As well as installing security cameras and alarms, the atmosphere was transformed with colorful murals and bright lights. Its success in reducing criminal activity and uplifting the local community has led to its expansion nationwide. In tonight's news feature, our Kwon Jang-ho takes a look at another example of this concept known as Cpted.
Downtown Seoul is a bustling modern metropolis full of bright lights, clean streets and wide roads. But off the beaten track, there are many areas with dark alleyways that have attracted criminal activity. Almost 1 in 3 people in Korea say they do not feel safe walking alone at night, a figure higher than half of OECD countries. It's in narrow side streets like this that criminal activity has been more of a problem. So it's where Cpted ideas are being implemented to try and tackle it. Cpted stands for Crime Prevention Through Environmental Design. As the acronym suggests, it's about creating surroundings that deter criminal activity. How it's implemented depends on the needs of the local community. For example, in this area of Gwangjin-gu district in western Seoul, the profusion of densely packed residential buildings has produced small, poorly lit byways leading to high crime rates. To deter criminals, a careful combination of security cameras, motion sensor lights, and emergency alarm panels have been installed.
Public areas are under government jurisdiction, so it's not something that the public can change freely. So it was our responsibility to try and find the most effective ways to tackle crime through design.
But Cpted is also about improving the psychological perception of a space. With this Cpted project in Kumcheongu district, a former industrial area which fell on hard times, not only are there cameras and alarms, there are also brightly coloured walls, amusing barrier designs, and even music to lighten the mood.
By adding bright lights and colorful murals, it creates an atmosphere that criminals do not want to approach. It also encourages regular people to gather and enjoy that space, which also naturally deters criminals. The best implementation of Cpted is when people don't even notice it.
It's especially at night that Cpted projects come to life through the use of lighting. Special care is given to the shape, size and design of the lights so as to enhance the surroundings without intruding on them, brightening up the environment both literally and figuratively. These solar-powered lights are another example of Cpted. They not only provide extra lighting on this dark road, they're aimed at improving the overall ambience as well. It's the combination of these ideas that offer quick and affordable solutions to tackle crime rates and bring peace of mind to area residents.
I'm aware it's a potentially dangerous area, but if there are more lights, I definitely feel subconsciously that it's safer and that I'm being looked after.
Local Cpted projects have already had a positive impact. In 3 key Seoul districts that implemented pilot Cpted projects, the number of emergency police phone calls fell by an average of more than 13% compared to the city average, which rose by almost 5%. The Cpted initiatives have since been expanded throughout Seoul and are being taken up by cities throughout the country as well. Not only does Cpted aim to prevent crime in the short term, it also aims to instill the local community with pride and a sense of ownership over their surroundings.
Even the way people dispose of trash has changed, as they used to throw it away anywhere. After these changes, the civil order has gotten better.
Experts warn, however, that the long-term success of the Cpted programs lie with both the local authority and area residents.
After districts initiate a program, management has sometimes been found lacking afterward. This is where the local community must play a part. They must recognize the importance of the Cpted programs, communicate with their local officials and police, and work together to keep the facilities and projects going.
Of course, Cpted cannot eradicate all crime, but it is providing new solutions, and so far it has had a positive impact. But continued effort from all related parties of community will be needed to truly transform an area and bring about lasting change. Kwon Jang-ho, Arirang News.